Me waking up from a dream where I'm married with 3 children and then realising I'm not. Me when someone asked me what my neighbours are like.
If I wanted to improve the standard of life in this country overnight and somebody gave me a magic wand at Christmas, I would have them removed from this planet.
And finally, I'm a big fan of wrestling, but unfortunately a lot of people seem to think that it's all staged. But if wrestling's fake, then how do you explain this? Hello folks and welcome back to the show. Today I'm going to be looking at some fabulous fragrance selections for the autumn time. Classy, gentlemanly choices for autumn. Before we do that, my recommended UK-based fragrance sampling site is fragrancesamplesuk.com. I've got a discount code for you. My code, Mr. Smelly 10, gets you 10% off across their amazing array of designer and niche fragrances. My recommended USA-based fragrance sampling site is the Fragrance Decant Boutique. That's decantboutique.com. The code Mr. Smelly 10 also works there across a stunning range of fragrances. Both sites linked in the description of this video. Okay, folks, so fragrances for the autumn time. Pretty much the end of summer as I'm filming this, and we move into a colder season where we want to wear things a little bit more rich, a bit more woody, a bit more leathery, spicy, and less maybe of the fresh citrusy things. Although, quite frankly, seasons and fragrances, it's not such a big thing. You can wear a fresh fragrance in the summertime. We knew that. You can wear a fresh fragrance in the winter and you can wear a heavy fragrance in the summer. It's okay, do what you like. But these ones would be quite good choices. Let's do the first one first. The first one that I actually want to talk about, haven't talked about this for so very long. This is a really good fragrance. Laboratory Perfumes TONKA. I think it somehow has a slight retro vibe. But it's not dated smelling, that's for sure. £90 for 100ml. Great value for niche. I love what they've done with the laboratory style beaker kind of bottle thing or measurement thing bottle. Clever, like that. Note listing for this one, you've got bergamot, mandarin, pink peppercorn, cistus, ylang, clary sage, coriander, timber, vetiver, mossy notes, amber, and tonka bean, and they describe the tonka bean as giving a vanilla tobacco type effect. So this one has quite a, to me actually, a noticeable patchouli element, although I don't know that that's listed, so I may be talking out of my rear end, posterior. It's a lovely, rich, classic fragrance. It's spicy, it's woody, it does have this tonka, patchouli, slightly tobacco underscore, rugged masculinity, reminding me in passing in a strange way of Givenchy Gentleman from 1974, but it doesn't really smell like that. You have to get a sample or try it out. It's a really great fragrance, and for the value for money and the sort of uniqueness, I've never smelled anything that quite smells like this. TONKA, Laboratory Perfumes, British-based brand. Next up, we have Next up, we have Guerlain Heritage, 1992 release, 100ml of this. I think I found it for I've forgotten the price, sort of reasonably priced, designer prices. I forgot to write the price down. Jean-Paul Guerlain composed this way back in 1992. You've got lavender, aldehydes, juniper berries. There's so many notes, I'm not going to do them all. You've got violet leaf in there. There is also petitgrain, geranium, pepper, carnation. We have patchouli, very notable patchouli element in this fragrance. Oak moss, sandalwood. It is a really outstanding composition. It is manly, it is grown up, it's woody, it's rich. It is really a charismatic classic fragrance. Again, actually, bizarrely, although these two don't smell very alike at all, comparisons have been drawn between this and Givenchy Gentleman from 1974, but this is a slightly more refined, updated take on that style of fragrance. Really good, rugged, masculine, yet very classy fragrance. Spicy, woody, complex, French perfumery at its best. This is why the House of Guerlain is the in-the-know brand for so many perfume connoisseurs. Check out Heritage from 1992. Before I continue, don't forget we are in the very final days of our sale at nortonandwilson.com, where Gravitas Pour Homme can be got delivered for just £70 or $90. It's an amazing offer. It's a stunning aromatic fougere from our perfumer John Stephen. Don't miss out on your opportunity. This will probably never be available at anything like this price again. nortonandwilson.com, Gravitas Pour Homme. Next up, it's another one I haven't mentioned for ages. It's Le Troisième Homme de Caron. Remember that film? Well, probably not unless you were born in 1940 45. Carole Le Troisième Homme and the perfumer Akiko Kamai, 125ml. I found this online for £54. What a deal. It is an amazing green, woody, masculine fragrance. I think it's got a little bit of a comparison there to Bois de Portugal from Creed, one of my all-time favourites, but it's got a character all of its own. Your note listing for this one: lavender, Amalfi lemon, my favourite kind of lemon, bergamot, anise, rosemary, coriander, carnation, geranium, jasmine, rose, oak moss, vetiver, vanilla, patchouli, tonka bean, cedar and musk. It's green, it's woody, it's bitter. I think many people have mentioned a clove note, which bizarrely is not listed there, but I do get this spicy clovey thing, and clove is a pretty recognisable smell. There's a bit of that in there. Even some people have said they don't like it because of that, but I find it absolutely charming, very grown up, very much wearing a smart suit type of stuff, and great performance on all three of these actually so far for me. They all perform nicely. I'm not the biggest sort of fusspot about performance, though, I have to admit, but to me they're all very adequate in their performance. Next up, a real niche classic. Is it our first? Well, no, it's our second niche one in the list. L'air du Desert Marocain, I think, is so good for autumn time. 2005, one of the real benchmark early days of niche perfumery becoming a thing type perfumes. Andy Tower, the famous Swiss perfumer, combined here notes of coriander, cumin, petitgrain, lavender, labdanum, birch, jasmine, geranium, amber cedar, vetiver, patchouli and oak moss. 50ml can be had online for around about $140. I found one in the USA, and it is supposed to evoke the feeling, the smell, the aura of the air of the Moroccan desert blowing in from the desert into perhaps a town in Morocco where you are having a dinner whilst the smell of incense wafts through the air as well. Well, that kind of thing. It is dry, arid, a little bit exotic. It has this beautiful incense combined with an almost sort of dapper barbershop thing, dare I say, with the lavender in there. Very clever, very unique, like nothing you've ever smelled. Not everyone will take to this. It's rather, some people have said it's very artistic, but not everyone will enjoy wearing it. I don't find it really polarising or strange, but it is unique, and I think it works really well as the seasons, as the season changes, as we go from summer into. Of course, if you were in Morocco, it's quite hot all the time. See, so my thing of it doesn't really matter about seasons, but I find it really works well as it punches through the air a bit more as things get colder and the leaves begin to fall in autumn here in the UK. And my last selection is Chanel Pour Monsieur Eau de Parfum, 2016 release, 75ml. You can get online in the UK, £90. That's a deal. Lemon, vanilla, lavender, nutmeg and vetiver. Wonderful. Again, it's green, semi-barbershop-ish. Again, I could draw a comparison to Bois de Portugal by Creed, but it's got this magical Chanel quality all of its own. A little bit of spicy nutmeg in there. The woody undertone, the earthy woody feel of that vetiver, and the sort of green bergamot lemon type thing that we associate with the original Chanel Pour Monsieur Eau de Toilette, which is also great, but that would maybe be your great spring choice. And this one, as we come down on the other side of the equation in the autumn, would be my go-to from the house of Chanel, along with Egoist from Chanel, which I really like too. I'll leave it there. Remember to like the video and subscribe if you've enjoyed it. And if you'd like to see an extra video from me every week, and my live streams stay up there after the event, where they're only on live for the normal YouTube viewer. But if you become a channel member, you get an extra video every week, plus the live streams stay up there. Or if you don't particularly fancy joining a YouTube channel, you can get the same stuff on Patreon. Go to Patreon and search for Mr. Smelly 1977. That's linked in the description of this video. We'll leave it there for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Remember, whatever you're doing in life, let's project. And although sometimes life can stink, at least we can always smell good, right?